Time to take a look at what's making headlines in your newspapers this morning on Monday, December the 1st. Let's take a look at the Business Day front page. And their lead story this morning, money laundering. SARS makes a last-ditch bid to force SASFIN to pay. Now, tax agency wants leave to appeal the chilling effect ruling on bank responsibilities. The South African Revenue Service, that SARS, has doubled down on its view that banks cannot evade accountability for facilitating the unlawful expatriation of funds as it makes a last-ditch attempt to force SASFIN to pay about 5 billion rand to the fiscus over money laundered through its facilities. Interesting one, Dan. President Cyril Ramaphosa addresses the nation last night, stressing South Africa has common interests and values with Americans and a shared wish to advance prosperity and well-being. And we will participate, Ramaphosa pushes back against Trump. Also on that front page, the greatest club rugby competition in the world, looking into the pools, the match days and everything else there. And of course, dominant finish. Clinical Springboks complete a clean sweep. And Nicole Fritz, NDPP shortlist exposes fractures within the NPA. And the IEC warns of deepening voter apathy among the stories that the Business Day delves into this morning. Let's move on to the Daily Dispatch. Now, their lead story this morning, dust up over BCM inspectors. The city rejects calls to boost the number of monitors, saying it has enough staff for the job. And despite calls from its own staff and opposition political parties for the city to increase the number of its health and safety inspectors ahead of the festive season, the Buffalo City Metro maintains that it has enough fully capable staff to do the job. A home stretch, that picture there, and that's of jockeys galloping down the main straight during the Berlin November Ntabozuko on a Saturday, and more on that on the back pages. Also, a visa issue floors Azinga Fuzile's Venezuelan foe, and entrepreneur buoyed by 1.3 million rand youth fund investment, and solar companies dodging localization rules, the court hears. That's the Daily Dispatch. Let's move on to KZN and see what the Witness leads with this morning. Classification filed over Msunduzi's massive unpaid pension benefits. Now, these are people who gave years of service and they've been left to fend for themselves, according to lawyer Primi Chatty. Pietermaritzburg law firm has launched a class action against the Msunduzi municipality, accusing the city of abandoning its former workers and leaving them to suffer for more than a decade without pension payouts that they earned in service. Also, protesters standing in solidarity with Palestine. And also on the bottom there, Ramaphosa rebuts genocide misinformation and reaffirms friendship with the United States in a national address. South African mercenaries fighting in Russian war, a security threat with the interception of 5 alleged would-be Russian war mercenaries at the OR Tambo International Airport yesterday. There are concerns that South African recruits being sent to fight Russia's war in Ukraine could later be used to destabilize South Africa. Also, Messi leads Miami into first MLS Cup final, and take a bow, teachers rights Jordan Eradu. And that's the Witness for this morning. The next one is the Cape Argus. A city imposes trading restrictions, and I'm just trying to get into that particular story of the Argus. Just bear with me 1 sec. I promise you it will come up. And this is what technology does. You're just on a roll and then suddenly you are scuppered. But we shan't be foiled this morning because I've got it up again. So the city imposes trading restrictions. Grand Parade hawkers traders lose out on a most lucrative weekend. And Cape Town's informal traders say that the city has wiped out their most lucrative weekend of the year, barring hundreds of hawkers from operating on the Grand Parade in the crucial lead up to the annual festive lights switch on. And the city confirmed that 40 traders were allowed to carry out their business at a designated location in Lower Plain Street. And then thousands of bikers gathered at Killarney International Raceway yesterday for the 43rd annual Cape Town Toy Run. And also Grand Parade lights up as thousands usher in the festive season. And a picture there of a family enjoying just that. And City's 5 billion rand desalination project raises concerns over water costs. Also, a Facebook scam murder accused abandons bail, and alarming rise in teen pregnancies on page 4 of this morning Argus. Those are some of the stories that you can read in that publication today. And finally, the Sowetan Cyril calls Trump's bluff on G20. Ramaphosa pushes back against US leader once again, saying that South Africa will continue to participate in the G20. And the president says that the country will continue to engage with America with respect and dignity. Proteas suffer close defeat in India. On the back pages, 22 million rand former PSL club home ground in ruin, and also meet the newly crowned Miss Soweto. All of those in today's Sowetan. Let's take a look at some of the other dailies and what's making headlines there.